What happens when two of China's brightest stars choose to wear the weight of their ancestors in front of millions of eager eyes? Tan Songyun and Su Kai just delivered an unforgettable answer, one that sent shockwaves not just through entertainment circles, but all the way into the heart of international diplomacy. In a moment destined to be etched into the annals of Chinese television history, Tan Songyun and Su Kai stood under the dazzling lights of the Cultural Heritage Glory stage last Friday night, bathed in tradition and pride. They didn't merely wear costumes. They wore history. They wore identity. They wore the soul of a nation. The two stars stunned the world in magnificent traditional Chinese attire during the nationally and internationally broadcast event. But little did anyone know that their presence would spark a chain reaction reaching as far as the presidential palace itself, forever altering the narrative around China's soft power on the global stage. This night proved that when entertainment and state policy meet in perfect harmony, miracles happen. According to sources close to the presidency, the Chinese president himself was seen smiling with unmistakable pride as he watched the two young artists promote his country's rich cultural heritage, not through stiff declarations, but through a natural, compelling display that resonated deeply with both domestic and international audiences. This is a perfect example of effective cultural diplomacy, one official stated emphatically. But make no mistake, this magical moment did not happen overnight. It was the result of meticulous planning. The event, organized by CCTV, was far more than an entertainment show. It was a calculated cultural mission. Months of preparation went into blending the timeless beauty of Chinese civilization with the dynamic pulse of modern storytelling. The best fashion designers in the country were handpicked, challenged to create outfits that weren't just visually stunning, but that told rich, authentic stories of China's dynastic past. A team of cultural researchers, historians, and anthropologists combed through archives, paintings, and ancient texts to ensure that every stitch, every thread, every color had profound meaning and was historically accurate. We want to show the world that traditional Chinese culture is not just something preserved in glass cases inside museums, said Li Wei, executive producer of the event. It is a living entity, vibrant, evolving, and deeply relevant to contemporary life. And how beautifully that vision materialized. Tan Songyun graced the stage in a breathtaking Hanfu dress inspired by the Qing Dynasty, but not a direct replica. It was a masterful blend of history and modern artistry. Bright red fabric embroidered with intricate golden phoenixes, symbols of beauty, grace, and resurrection, wrapped around her like a second skin. Her hair was styled in a majestic high bun, adorned with silver and jade hairpins that caught the light with every movement, exuding an aura of regal authority and feminine power. Standing beside her, Su Kai radiated quiet strength in imperial Qing Dynasty attire. His dark blue robe, decorated with coiling golden dragons across the chest and back, commanded attention without a single word. Golden embroidery glinted under the stage lights, while his noble hat and traditional embroidered shoes anchored his entire look firmly in history, yet somehow fresh and striking to the modern eye. When I wear this outfit, I feel the weight of history pressing gently but firmly against my shoulders, Tan Songyun shared in an emotional post-event interview. It reminds me that our civilization has survived for thousands of years, through wars, through hardship, through triumph. This isn't just a costume. This is our story. This is our soul. And it is our duty to preserve it and pass it down to the generations that follow. Su Kai nodded in agreement, adding, "Through fashion, through art, through performance, we can speak to the world in a language deeper than words." Within just an hour after the event aired, the hashtag Sukai Tan Songyun Traditional Glory surged to the #1 trending spot on Weibo, amassing over 2 billion impressions. Video clips of their performances flooded every major social media platform, in China, across Asia, and soon globally. I have never seen traditional Chinese fashion look so stunning, so powerful, so alive on a television screen before, wrote a popular fashion blogger in awe. They didn't just wear these clothes. They embodied them. They brought history back to life. And behind the beauty and the artistry, a larger strategy was at play. A source from the Ministry of Culture later revealed that the show had been quietly planned for almost a full year, as part of China's growing efforts to enhance its cultural diplomacy through entertainment and soft power. Today's younger generation is far more influenced by celebrities than by traditional government campaigns, the source explained. To reach their hearts, we must speak their language. And who better to carry this message than Tan Songyun and Su Kai, two beloved figures who bridge tradition and modernity so effortlessly. Both stars have millions of loyal followers, young people who look up to them not just as entertainers, but as style icons, as role models, as emotional anchors. Their presence on this stage sent a clear, resounding message. Tradition is not something old and dusty. It is something alive, something powerful, something cool. The choice of venue added yet another layer of gravitas. The cultural heritage glory was filmed in the Forbidden City itself, a place where emperors once ruled, where dynasties rose and fell, where the heartbeat of Chinese civilization once echoed through golden halls. Special lighting was meticulously designed to highlight the architectural beauty of the ancient palace, casting shadows that danced across ancient roofs and stone courtyards. The cameras captured every shimmering detail of the stars' traditional attire, the silk flowing like water, the embroidery catching the light like stars scattered across the night sky. In this space, suspended between past and present, Tan Songyun and Su Kai became living bridges between history and the future. Tan Songyun, known for her emotionally powerful performances in dramas like The Rational Life and Go Ahead, spoke openly about how much the experience meant to her. Since I was a child, I've been in love with our traditional clothing. Every thread, every pattern tells a story of hope, resilience, beauty, and sorrow. To be chosen to represent that in front of millions of people is not just an honor. It is a sacred responsibility. This night is a dream come true. Su Kai, equally moved, added. Through this event, I hope young people everywhere realize that our culture isn't just something we study. It's something we live, something we carry proudly into the future. As the night came to an end, one thing was clear. Cultural diplomacy had found new champions in the faces of two young stars. And through them, the world was reminded of a profound truth. Culture is not static. It breathes. It evolves. It lives through us. So the next time you wonder about the true power of cultural diplomacy in the age of entertainment, remember the night when two pieces of silk, two beating hearts, and one ancient city told a story that resonated louder, deeper, and farther than any words ever could. And that story, like the civilization it celebrates, is far from over.